Hidden Object Guru here with hot new game Creeper World 4. I am inordinately excited about this game. Fun fact, right? I am a gigantic fan of the other 3 games in the series. This is the first full 3D Creeper World 4. We played the demo a few months back, and it seems amazing. So now we're going to get at this one. Let me just get my mouse pad ready. And by mouse pad, I mean a giant pillow on my couch that I turn sideways and put a mouse on. Alright. Yeah, I've just said what type of game it is, Horror King. Not my fault if you weren't listening. What the hell? What is all of this? Why are there a ton of missions already unlocked? Huh. Plot time, everybody. You go, Google. I can make a great state a small... Okay. Thanks, Themistocles? Damn! You better lie down, woman. You were looking beat. Did you grab some pills for that?
Yeah. Not work.
Okay. How long ago? Gotcha. Then they did not work. Alright, here we go. No launch part of fuse system cache needs purging. Aww. Oh, that's so cute. Every time I hit a key, it writes a new thing. You actually have to type to make all of this happen. Okay. I'm sure that is what happened, Mr. Turtle. It carried over my progress from the demo, so I should probably just skip ahead. I don't want to, because this is the finished version, so all the effects are going to be a lot better, and they already are. Oh my god. Yeah, all of the structures did not look this good in the demo. He has done a ton of extra work since. Oh, wow. Rotate. C key to reset. Hello, Dr. Saloy. I hope your day is pleasant. Nice. Okay. So yeah, this is one of the best series, so... You want to go lie down? Yes, I'm talking about your comfort, not my preference.
I was just wondering if there's glass on the floor.
There's not.
I'm walking there without shoes.
Okay, exit build mode. Space. Nice. Oh no. When you say Soylent Fields... Yeah, so this is how you generate energy. You put down towers, right? And then you start pulling energy out of the ground. I don't know how. Aww. I'm not allowed to go to the launch party, you monsters. Orbital sensor detect incoming high-velocity objects. Meteors with ground strikes. Nice. Brace for impact. Alright, now we are going to meet the arrival of Creep. Isn't that fantastic? It's 3D now! Oh. Something is spreading across the train. Release the control system to the lab. Move to the launch site now! Okay. No! Move Rift Lab here. Great, I definitely know where the Rift Lab is. Perfect. Oh no! Must escape the creep! Seriously, best franchise. There's no question. They always have great music in these games. Good of you to notice, Moose. Okay, relocating mining cannons around the launch site. They may delay the progress of the material. They will. So what you do is, right? And this is a good trick. What you want to do is you grab your cannons, right? And then you build them all right next to your main building thing so they build quickly. And then, all that's left to do... Careful. How do I speed up time? I'm going to worry about that later. Careful. Uh-oh. And as you can see, it's gradually raising. See, in previous games, you couldn't... Because they were all, like, top-down 2D, you couldn't actually see it rising. You just had to go based on the color of the creep, how high it had gotten. Whereas now, like, you can actually see the creep flowing and rising. You get out of here, save the lab and yourself. Stuff is during after there's no time sent to command to 88 to limit the launch sequence. No! You need to know that your grandfather... What? My god, the creep is everywhere. This is magnificent. Use mining cannons to keep from the rift lab until initialization is complete. Okay. Alright, well I better move this bad boy over here. Because that creep is coming fast. This is on PC, Elliot. Yes, all of them are. And you can get the collection 1, 2, and 3 very inexpensively on Steam, and I recommend all 3 of them. They are all, in their own way, perfect video games. I don't want to jump, though. I want to save my... Okay, I can't save my friends. We have to go. Damn, that effect looks nice. Shelter underground cavern. Oh, they've taken shelter in underground cavern. Maybe they survived and we'll come back for them later. That would be awesome. No, I don't want to keep playing mission. Thank you for the offer, though. Yeah, okay, so this is all stuff I've done beforehand. This is what we did, the 5 missions we did in the demo. So we're going to replay them because it looks so much better now. Okay. Ada is offline. That's right. I can't get in contact with the supercomputer anymore. No, it is not.
It was still less than 4.
Oh, no. Hold on a second, everybody. Okay. Paused. Oh, so there's the pause button. How do I pause and unpause? P? Yep. And if I'm correct, I can make decisions. So this actually tells you how many energy points you're going to be covering, because it's an 11 by 11 grid. So it's going to tell you exactly how many you're getting wherever you place it. Like, because in the old versions there was some room for, interpretation based on where you put them. Now that's all covered. It tells you exactly what you need. And of course, this gives you the ability to position things for the maximum possible impact. Or you can just hold down Shift. Oh, no, not Shift. How do you do multi-presses? Hold on. There it is. You just hold down the mouse button, and you can put a bunch at once. All right, so now you hit unpause, and you let it happen. Spacebar to cancel the building mode, and as you can see, we are generating 1.1, 1.2. We're only using 1 at a time, so that's good. 1 of 42 valid checksums. Oh, dang. Little 42 reference in there. Praise be the founders! Yarans of since last. Sing praise to the founders, Valu here. Sing praise to the founders in the tongue of ancient. Praise be to the founders. Aww. So now you switch to weapons, which... Is there a quick way to do that? I would hate to have to click every time. There should be mouse shortcuts, but maybe not. So like I said... What's that? Okay, cool. My lady is stepping on a bunch of glass. She broke a bottle earlier, and I thought I got it all, but I did not. Hey, D4, what's up? Talking to a virus about mother. Alright, so I've got 2 guns coming. I don't think they're building fast enough, so I'm going to get a 3rd gun right there. Hopefully that'll help things. No, they're not building fast enough. They're about to get crumped. Also, crumped isn't a word. I doubt that other thing is the antivirus. If you're wondering why I'm building these towers, it's because there's a whole bottom layer here that the creep is going to get to first. And if it destroys my tower that I put down there, it'll cut off the power to the rest of these things. So not only will we not be able to build new towers, I won't get the energy from those spaces at all. Oh, this has an extensive storyline across all 3 games that's continuing now. I'm very excited to see how it turns out. Oh, I'm generating 4. That's got to be enough to build these things faster. No, it is not. Oh my god, look at the explosive effects. Yes! We did it! Okay. Now we can start building more weapons. So the goal is to... Well, I'll tell you in a second. Creeper, interesting. Love me some creeper grass. Yes?
Take or wait?
Take now.
No.
Yes. If your headache's getting bad, take your headache pill right now. It'll kick in 20 minutes, and will you be zonked until 10 a.m. tomorrow? Yes, but the headache will be under control. So, basically the goal is to get strategically placed cannons, keeping the creep back. And once you've found a solid way to deflect all of the creep, you then start building out towards other locations to pick up artifacts, in this case Liftic, and this, I want this, to make your progress. So I'm going to have to build essentially a land bridge across here by building enough cannons to push the creep back. I have played Among Us. Yes, Elliot. Alright, so this guy is going to keep defending the tower. You okay? That is a good idea. You know what? Leave your computer. I'll put it back later. You've got a headache. Go and just do simple things that require no effort. So see these red lines? That is how bullets get to your guns. Well, energy for its lasers, actually. She says goodnight, everybody. Right? And so you want to make sure it's close enough to a tower, sometimes more than one, that it's going to be able to get firepower to your cannons. Well, I haven't in a while because no one on the stream has been psyched to play, I thought it was close enough. No, it wasn't. No one on the stream has been psyched to play Among Us with us. Like, nobody who's psyched about Among Us has been dropping by the Sunday stream, so I haven't been playing it. I play it so people can hang out with me and play Among Us, but I'm not going to do it if no one shows up who's ready to play Among Us. I mean, I could always play with some strangers, but where's the fun in that? Uh-oh. I thought the creep was not as high as it was. I'm going to just move this over here. Can I? Yep. See, and the fun part is it uses real fluid dynamics to determine, well, simulated. If you, fluid dynamics to figure out how it spreads. So by creating a big deficit here, it pours down from up there and will actually recede from places it had come up. Actually, I've never been an imposter in Among Us. I've played the game like 15 times. Won some... Actually, I've never been in a game where we lost to the imposter. That's because if there's one imposter, it's actually really, really hard to win the game. Like, unbelievably difficult. 2 imposters, which I've never played, I feel like they would have a really good chance of winning. Because, you know, guys could provide alibis for each other. One guy could get... one guy could be suspicious one time and then have alibis the second time. Like, I think it'd get really difficult if you had multiple imposters. Alright, just gonna build 3 of those. So I can start making my moves. As you can see, I have now stored. The best part is if you store a bunch of extra energy, it'll build things much more quickly than if you're using it if you're generating it as you use it. You can store up to 100, but later, when you're able to upgrade your base, you'll be able to store a lot more energy. Like all games like this, you can grab multiple things at once, because at its core, it is a real-time strategy game. So it follows all the basic rules of real-time strategy games, where you can grab whole groups of units at once and move them en masse. I don't know how people, a 10-player game, could ever win if there were 3 imposters. I have heard of Henry Stickmin. I haven't played it yet because they did not send me a copy, and it didn't seem, you know, like something vital for me to play. But, you know, I'm sure it'll show up in a bundle at some point or on sale, and then I will happily check out some Henry Stickmin. Alright, so now the idea is you get your guys close to the edge, and you make it recede enough. I'll show you something fun you can do. So, as you can see underneath them, there are 5 yellow cubes, right? Now, those 5 yellow cubes are the health. So you can actually put your, well, not yet, because I don't, alright. So I can actually put a guy in the middle of some creep, and he will have X amount of time to, like, sit there shooting away while he's being damaged. And if you use this technique properly, you can clear creep much faster than if you play safely. There's also anti-creep, which is badass. Yes, the Henry Stickmin collection on Steam. I did see that. So now you switch over to... oh, yeah, I'm already on structures. So now you start building towers to resupply your guys and build a bridge over to the other side. And then as you're building the towers, you move up your guys, and then you just... It's just a real-time strategy game. It's weirder than most real-time strategy games, and it doesn't play like a ton of other real-time strategy games, but at its core, that's what you're dealing with. So what I'll do is I'll grab this guy, I'll move him up here, and he will shoot all of this shallow creep so quickly that before he dies... See? I'll be able to... And I didn't even need to resupply him because I was close enough to the base. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this franchise, but I truly believe it's one of the best real-time strategy games ever made, like the first one. Look over there in the corner! It's a mystery item. What is that? I don't know if that was there the first time I played this. But you know I'm going to find it. Install and execute 4 archives, more compatible software in the alien world. That's a really good question. Balloons Tower Defense 5. Most of those games will be lost to history, but I'm sure that Flash player emulators will keep a lot of those games playable. I'm going to be sad to lose Lobster Magnet, but, you know. It was going to leave sometime. I miss you. Oh, wait, Lobster Magnet's probably on YouTube, isn't it? I haven't actually checked YouTube for Lobster Magnet, but it was great. Oh, well, thanks for dropping by, yes. And you're not bothering me. Cannot be established without a Rift carrier signal. Okay. How do I do that? Mother need Rift, assist, signal for totem sent, reveal they are now. Liftic to totems to activate. Praise be the founders! So this is the Liftic, and that's what you use to activate the totems. What is that mysterious thing over there? We're going to find out. I honestly don't know what that is. I don't remember if we got it in the demo, if this has been something new that has just been added. I say just been added. The demo was months ago. Alright. Later, the creep learns all kinds of tricks to push you back. They can fire rockets of creep. They can call in creep airstrikes. They can move creep through, like, tunnels. It's amazing. I've never played a Pappas game. But you have a good night, yes, if you're still here. And thank you for complimenting me and the streams. I always appreciate that. I, like most people, appreciate compliments. I'm very boring that way. So we're generating 8 per second, and we're stuck oh yeah, and you're going to be able to upgrade the move speed. Not only the move speed of your cannons, but you're going to be able to upgrade how quickly packets of energy flow from place to place. And you're going to create transmission towers, which do the same thing as this, right? But they don't pull energy from the ground like these energy towers do. They just move pellets, energy pellets, very quickly from place to place. This guy is out of bullets right now, so hopefully the bullet... Ah, there. Phew. I'm a little worried about that. Alright, get to it, buddy. You got this. What other movie creators have I worked with? Most of the people you haven't heard of, I don't think. Derek DiOrio. Derek DiOrio, Anthony Burns. Careful. Oh, nice. You know, mostly Canadian people. I developed something with Anthony for Vincenzo Natali, who made Cube, of all things. I don't know if you're familiar with the movie Cube, but it's pretty awesome. It was one of the inspirations for Portal. Not a major inspiration for Portal, but it is an inspiration for Portal, and Vincenzo Natali made that. Okay, I've locked onto this thing. Why am I not doing anything with it? It's weird that I have locked onto this crystal, or cube, or something, but nothing is happening. Yeah, no, Cube's a very fun movie. Alright, let's just go get the lift stick, and I'll worry about that later. So that's Totem 1, that's Totem 2, and then there's the lift stick. Okay. We're only using 3 per second handling all of our guns. So we could actually have 3 times as many guns as we currently do before we have to start worrying about running out of energy. And I'm in no danger of needing that many guns. Literally, all I need to take these next areas are like 2 more guns per area. But I'm building 3 and 4 guns per area because I'm a very lazy person, fundamentally. Boom. So, quickly, let's build a bridge. And so that's 1, 2. That's all we needed to do. Let's collect some more energy by building one there. Then we'll get a gun down here. So, fun fact about guns. They're good at firing at lower elevations. They're not good at all at firing at higher elevations. So, be very careful when you're placing your guns about what elevation to stick at. Okay, let's build a tower. Did something just get destroyed? No, everything looks fine. I swear I heard something dying. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. Alright. Okay, so clear out. Move this guy right over here. I want to clear our way to that thing. Yeah, I think Cube is a thriller. I mean, you can call it a thriller, you can call it a horror movie. But, yeah, it's more like a sci-fi thriller. Such a big fan of David Hewlett, who's the star of that movie. I know it's weird to call anybody specific the star of Cube, but David Hewlett is kind of the lead. He's the one of them who designed the Cube. Well, partially. Obviously, it's not that simple. I wrote a whole parody of Cube in a pilot I wrote one time. People did not get it. But I enjoyed it. And really, if I'm not entertaining myself, why am I writing? Although that pilot did not sell, so not a huge shock. Alright, we think we're ready to go. Of course I don't, Elliot. Ask me whatever you'd like about this kind of stuff. still don't have anything to do with that. I don't know why. It needed Liftic! Is this one of the totems? Farsight, Farside. It's anti-creep! It was an anti-creep generator! This white gunk destroys creep at the exact amount of creep that is there. That is a terrifying sound my lady's computer is making. Hold on one second, everybody. Ah, yes. Oh, horror movies. Obviously, the best horror movies are made by John Carpenter. So what you want to watch is The Thing. And Halloween. The horror movie I recommend the most, because it's a horror movie that a ton of people, a ton of people haven't seen, and I adore it, is a movie called Lake Mungo. It's a mockumentary, and I love that. One of my favorite horror movies of all time. Oh, also, watch the movies I wrote. What am I saying? Watch Our House. Our House is a horror movie I wrote. It's not my original idea. It was based on another movie called Ghost from the Machine. Then another writer, Nathan Parker, who wrote Moon, came in and did a couple of drafts, and then I used his structure and I rewrote it from page 1. But we followed the same basic structure. Which is kind of the same structure from the original film, but we made plenty of changes too. Alright, let's jump, baby. I think Blumhouse... I can't say that Blumhouse makes good movies, because Blumhouse is just, there's no, like... How do I put this right? There's no authorial statement behind what Blumhouse does. Blumhouse just finds a bunch of people, and they give all of those people $5 million each, and they say, go make a movie. And so some of them are great, and some of them are terrible. And I personally think more terrible than great, but that's my taste, and I know they have a lot of fans. Okay. So we're not on Mars, great. Alright, let's get this jump drive going. Oculus is pretty cool. Yeah, see, personally, I'm not a huge fan of that guy's movies, but I know that Midsommar and Hereditary have huge fans. Like, huge fan bases. And I get it. Like, I get why people love that and The Witch. I'm not a big fan of that guy. But I get it, you know? It's just not my kind of movie. Okay. Yes, more energy. Feed the mill. Feed it. So, like, for example, Get Out. Really great. What was that other Blumhouse movie I saw? The Hunt. Not so good, you know? The Hunt was made by Blumhouse. What do you call it? Horror King here loves The Hunt by comparison. The first Sinister's okay. Second Sinister, I'm like, oof. By the way, if you want to see the funniest piece of IMDb trivia ever, go to the page for Sinister. Because the page for Sinister talks about how he came up for the idea of Sinister. And how he came up for the idea was, he watched the movie The Ring, and then he had a nightmare about the movie The Ring. I'm like, yeah, we all know this is based on The Ring. We can see the movie. Not Farsight, not Mars. Mortar weapon! Mortars are the best because they automatically target the deepest section of creep they can hit, rather than just whatever they're closest to. I haven't seen Truth or Dare. And I haven't seen Fantasy Island, and it makes me sad that they made Fantasy Island, because I desperately wanted Dan Harmon to do his dream project, which was he wanted to do a The Office-style workplace comedy about the people who worked at Fantasy Island. And now, of course, he can't do that because, you know, it's been turned into a cheesy horror movie. I have seen Troll 2. It is wonderfully, entertainingly terrible. Like, that is such a funny, terrible movie. Oh, yeah. I would say the original Ring is better than the remake. Although, that could be because, again, I just prefer the sensibilities going into the original Ring. There's this great moment in the original Ring, right? Where, so she's seen the videotape, she gets the phone call. And then she's like, what am I going to do about this? How am I going to figure out how to deal with this crazy, spooky ghost girl situation? I know what I'll do. I'll call my ex-husband, the boy's father. He's a famous psychic. It's just like, you just phoned a psychic? You know a psychic? That's so great. And just how casually she just, like, phones a psychic to get the help with the situation. Because she used to be married to a prominent psychic. It's so weird and so much fun. But again, it's different sensibilities. And they're sensibilities that really resonate with me. You missed... Us was made by the same guy who made... Get Out. And I assume Blumhouse produced it, but that's not really relevant. What matters is that Jordan Peele wrote and directed it. I really liked Us. Although, I gotta say, Us is the kind of movie that is so busy, like, having a metaphor, that it almost doesn't have a plot. Like, hi! This is a movie about, capitalism. And the underclasses that are required to keep capitalism going. And how their lives are just crappier mirror versions of the lives of the comfortable bourgeois middle class. Like, wow! Oh, such a fun movie. I think what I loved most about Us was watching critics be like, how could there be a giant number of tunnels underneath America that nobody knows about? And I'm like, yeah, this isn't supposed to be really happening. This is all a metaphor. It is quite explicitly a metaphor. Like, you're not supposed to worry about the mechanics of building the underground world and all of those jumpsuits and scissors. I personally didn't like You're Next. I generally don't like Adam Wingard's movies. I don't know that Adam Wingard has ever made a good movie except for The Guest. And I think The Guest is only good insofar as he's ripping off John Carpenter. But the Purge movies are kind of amazing to me because the first Purge movie I thought was just trash. And then every subsequent Purge movie has been very interesting in its own way. Like, I didn't think the first Purge movie was good at all, but Purge Anarchy, super interesting. Purge Election Year, legit a good movie. And then the first Purge is just like, yeah, this is just fantastic. I love the first Purge as, like, the most openly political horror movie in ages. Jason. I'm a Jason person. Ride or die, Marissa. I will always be a Jason person. I know some people like Freddy. I know some people like Pinhead. I know some people even like Leprechaun. How come I can't remember Leprechaun's name? Leprechaun has a name, right? Like, he's... Like, I swear the Leprechaun character, like, has just a full name. But I can't remember Leprechaun's name. Yeah, the first Purge, I agree with you. I think the first Purge is the best one. It's really strong. Boom! Look at this creep go. No, his name isn't just Leprechaun. Like, the Leprechaun character, I swear, like, has a full-on name. Maybe even a first and last name. But no, I think he's just not a first and last name. But he has, like, a name. He's not just called Leprechaun. I'm gonna have to look this up, but I swear he's got a name. Which one is Billy the Puppet? Kablamo! Got the software. Hierarchy Archive. Common format 1.2.12. Saw is very confusing. Why is people talking about Billy the Puppet? I have no idea what that is. Yeah, combat software is a good thing to have, lady. Yeah, no, Freddy, I get it. Freddy's got a lot to recommend him. Build a nullifier near the great enemy. So I'll show you what nullifiers, right, are a beam that if you turn them on, they stop creep nodes from being able to produce creep. In the older games, they would just destroy creep, but now I think you have to keep them turned on, so they have to continuously get power, so as to keep new creep from being created. If I remember the demo correctly, and I think I do, but I can't be sure. Is Saw 3 the best Saw? Oh, Billy the Puppet is from Saw. Oh, that's the name of the puppet from Saw? First off, I didn't even know the puppet from Saw had a name. That is weird. But yes. I get the appreciation for Saw. Again, I find them tiresome, personally. But, like, I get it. You know? Saw got old for me real fast. Although that's largely because I couldn't stand people talking about how, like, interesting Jigsaw was as a character, and I'm like, he's not interesting. No, he doesn't have a point. What is wrong with you? I see what you say about Michael Myers, but I don't think Jason's boring. I think Jason's got style. And I know he's just a ripoff of Michael Myers, but I really like Jason's, I really like Jason's style. He's very playful. Or pissed off. Depending on who's playing him. You know, he just loves moving corpses around and surprising people with them. He's a guy who likes the simple pleasures in life. Oh, dang it, I forgot to build a tower to get me close enough to that. The first Saw, I think, is the best Saw movie because it has that ending. Like, the whole Saw franchise, like, is worth existing just because of how good that ending is. Like, that moment where he's like, oh yeah, it's been me the whole time. You know? I love that. Yeah, I was lying here the whole time. And you're like, oh, come on, that was fantastic. Also, that first Saw has Michael Emerson in it, who's one of my favorite actors, because he starred in one of my favorite episodes of television ever. I don't know if any of y'all have seen The Inside. It's a horror TV show about hunting serial killers. It's the answer to the question, what if Criminal Minds was a good TV show? And he was the star of the best episode of The Inside, maybe the best episode of any show about serial killers, or even cops. It was called Pre-Filer, and it was incredible. That's a good choice, Marissa. Halloween 3 is amazing. Yeah, having Hoffman take over was always a little weird. I think my favorite thing in the Saw movies, right? And this isn't so much from the movies so much as it is fandom. So there's this moment, so before Saw 7 came out, right? I had been wondering, hey, whatever happened to Cary Elwes's character? You know, the doctor from the first movie. Right? Because it's like, and I know that he had a disagreement over how many residuals he was owed and blah, 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 blah. Right? And so that's why he wasn't in subsequent Saw movies. But I'm like, I wonder what's going on with that character. We should really check in on him, is what I thought a little bit after Saw 6. And so I went to the internet to see if anyone knew what happened to the character, if anybody said anything. And the first thing I saw, and this is right after Saw 6, and the first thing I saw was this video that's like, Carrie Elwes's character is Jigsaw's main apprentice. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And so what he did was, he put together this video. Wait, why is the nullifier not working? Does it have to be fully charged or something? Oh, it probably has to be fully charged. Yes! Now that can't make creep anymore. And if it can't make creep anymore, there is no creep in the level. The rest of the creep will just gradually die. And so he put out this video, and he's like, and his reasoning was for why the doctor, Dr. Lawrence Gordon, took me forever to remember that name, he's like, you have to remember that that John Kramer is an engineer. He does not have the ability to surgically implant, and he's talking about Saw 2, right? He doesn't have the ability to surgically implant a key behind someone's eye. There's no way he could do that. And he's like, now look at this. And so he shows the footage from Saw 2 of Jigsaw supposedly putting doing the surgery to put the key behind the guy's eye. And he's like, if you look closely as he walks around the gurney, you can see that he's limping, and obviously there's something wrong with his, I think, right leg. That's the same leg that Dr. Lawrence cut the foot off of. So I'm pretty sure that what happened after the movie Saw was that after cutting off his foot and running off, John Kramer captured Lawrence Gordon and nursed him back to health and recruited him to be his apprentice. And I'm like, that is an insane theory. And then I watched the movie, the 7th Saw movie, Saw 3D, and yeah, that guy was 100% right. That is exactly what happened. Six was the insurance, medical insurance one. 7 is Saw 3D, where it's just Hoffman killing people. And Young Indiana Jones is, Young Indiana Jones pretends to have survived a Saw thing. Okay. We're not making it to Mars, lady. It's just not happening. Yeah, Saw 3D wasn't great. That was the weirdest movie, because it was like, oh, I kind of feel like whoever made this movie had just gone through a bad breakup or divorce, because it is weirdly hateful and misogynistic. I haven't seen 8. The one that the Sparrow brothers did? I haven't heard good things, but I also haven't seen it, so I can't say. Yes, I saw your Leprechaun comment. I'm going to check that. Alright, so, we've just replayed the first 3 missions, and I have found it to be every bit as delightful as I expect from a Creeper World game. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to assume 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Apparently there are 21 missions. Was I right about that? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There are 20 missions in the main campaign of this game. And I'm going to be putting up videos of me beating all of them, because I'm probably not going to narrate them, but I'm going to be playing all of Creeper 4, because how can I not? Probably on stream. I guess we'll see. Some of it won't be on stream, because I'm not going to wait that long, but it's going to be on stream. Anyway, I've been the Hidden Object Guru. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. If you had a good time, you'd like to see more, there's buttons for that coming up. Questions, suggestions, related whatnots, go in the comment section below the video. And yes, Creeper World 3 is everything I've been waiting for, and I love it the most. I will see you back here for more. But until then, I'm going to say that's right, au revoir.